Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Lingual Wave Podcast. In today's episode, we're going to talk about how to do well in the IELTS speaking test.
That's right. The IELTS speaking test is divided into 3 parts. But today, we'll focus only on part 1.
First, I'll explain what part 1 of the IELTS speaking test is about. And then we'll go through some things you should do to succeed, and also some things you should definitely avoid.
So what happens in the first part of the IELTS speaking test?
Part 1 is the same for both the general IELTS and the academic IELTS. So no matter which test you're taking, the speaking test is exactly the same.
This part usually lasts between 4 and 5 minutes. It begins with an introduction. The examiner will introduce themselves and then ask you to introduce yourself.
For example, you might say, "Hello, my name is Emma. Nice to meet you." After that, the examiner will ask you some questions about yourself.
These questions are usually not very difficult. They're often about where you're from, the city you were born in or grew up in.
They might ask about your work or your studies, or about your friends, hobbies, food, sports.
And family is also a very common topic in this part of the test. Usually, the examiner will choose 2 topics and ask you questions about them.
In part 1, pronunciation is very important. The examiner wants to know if they can understand you clearly.
Fluency is also assessed.
That means, do you speak smoothly? Or do you say, all the time?
They also wants to know if you speak with a natural rhythm. Do you use linking words like first, second, or finally, or phrases like another reason is?
Vocabulary is also evaluated.
Do you use very simple words like good and bad all the time? Or do you use more interesting and challenging words?
Finally, grammar and accuracy are assessed.
Do you only use the present tense? Or can you use past, future, and perfect tenses as well?
Don't panic if your grammar isn't perfect. All 4 areas are evaluated equally.
Now let's talk about what you should do to get a good score.
First impressions are very important. If you're very nervous, avoid looking at the floor all the time. Even if your English is good, poor body language can affect your performance.
So try to appear confident. Go into the test believing that you will do well. If you think you'll do well, you probably will.
Friendliness is also important.
Smile and use positive body language. Maintain eye contact, but don't stare. Just look at the examiner naturally while speaking.
Many students forget to sound enthusiastic. They answer questions in a very flat, monotonous way. For example, if the examiner asks, "Do you like sports?" a weak answer would be, "I like basketball. Basketball is good."
Instead, try to sound interested. For example, "Yes, I love sports. Basketball is my favorite because it's exciting and fun to play." Showing enthusiasm helps your score.
Vocabulary is very important. Avoid simple words like good and bad. Instead, try to learn better vocabulary before the test. Think about common topics like food and prepare vocabulary in advance.
For example, instead of saying food, you can say cuisine. You could say, "My favorite cuisine is Indian food." That already sounds more advanced.
In part 1, the examiner often asks what you like. Many students repeat, "I like," again and again. That doesn't help your vocabulary score. Try alternatives like, "I enjoy," "I love," or "I prefer." Practice these expressions before the test.
Another key tip is to expand your answers. Don't answer with just yes or no. The examiner can't assess your English that way. So instead of saying, I'm from Toronto, you could say, I'm from Toronto. It's the largest city in Canada and very multicultural.
You can also expand by giving examples. For example, my favorite food is Indian cuisine. You could add, I especially like palak paneer. It's made with spinach, cheese, and spices.
And don't forget to practice. Practice is extremely important. Practice with friends, in front of a mirror, answer common questions.
Now let's talk about what not to do. Don't speak monotonously. Don't give yes or no answers. Don't repeat the question. Stay on topic. Don't say, I don't know. If you don't know, make something up. In IELTS, that's okay, as long as you keep talking. Don't speak too fast or too slowly.
Don't worry about being perfect. Even high scores don't require perfect English. Making mistakes is normal. The examiner expects mistakes.
All right, everyone, that's all for today. And if you know someone who's preparing for IELTS, TOEFL, CELPIP, or university exams, feel free to share this episode with them. We release new episodes regularly with practical tips to help you improve your English step by step.
And if you found this episode useful, please hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. Until next time, take care of yourself, learners.
Goodbye, learners!